as an example. DAESAK County, hata kama tutaingia in details as we focus on the economy of this county.
Yes.
DAESAK County that produces potatoes, pyrethrum is another story, but the challenges with these people, hata kama tutaingia into the challenges,
a little later on, yes,
challenges are hindering people, the residents of Nyandarua County, from achieving their maximum potential, if I can put it that. I think, Mr. Kelvin,
yes,
as we progress, dissecting and seeing what Nyandarua County has to offer for this country as a whole,
yes, we
will challenge whoever takes the reign, because we are talking about the coming polls.
Yes,
I mean, these are forum that you've given me, and I think it's good that we keep on challenging the residents of Nyandarua.
Yeah, and also as well as tasking our leaders. That is another thing that we have to put into consideration, because it is within the responsibility of every one of us to task our leaders to do what we think they should be doing while in office, and not to remain quiet while they just, some of them just get into the offices and disappear. So it is your responsibility. Your vote is your responsibility.
Now, you see, Nyandarua, Mr. Kelvin, is a good county, and at least it's not like the way we've been analyzing counties, different counties, like Kiambu, which has a lot of population.
Yes,
a lot of it.
Yes,
watu ni wengi.
Yeah, it was now, beyond the million mark.
Oh yeah, I mean, sasa, like we have just 5 constituencies in Nyandarua. Kinango, Kipipiri, or Kalau, Daragwa, or Jororok. But I can take special interest with Kipipiri.
Why?
I can take special interest because it's represented by the leader of majority in the National Assembly, MP, Amos Kimunya, Mheshimiwa. Amos Kimunya was a guy who said that I'm retired na Kibaki. I don't know whether you remember that. He said that. He was a very powerful minister during the Kibaki retired president, President Kibaki. He was a very powerful minister. Talk of him, talk of Karoa, talk of Michuki, the late, and all that. Alikuwa amesema ameretire na Kibaki. That's why I take some interest in Kipipiri. Kipipiri, I think Kimunya, I haven't heard of late whether he will defend his seat. Why the problem is he's a close guy to the president. And the president is not defending his seat. The other constituents I can take interest in is Daragwa.
Why?
Daragwa, because Jeremiah Kioni is the Secretary General of Jubilee Party. And you and me know what's happening with Jubilee Party. So what can I say about Jeremiah Kioni? Jeremiah Kioni is a Secretary General who is there kuchunga familia inaachana. I'm sorry.
So by that you mean the president and his deputy?
Yeah. Anachunga familia inaachana. So you better accept that you better accept. You better accept that nimeambiwa nizime moto.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be looking at the political leaders from Nyandarua County when we get to looking at the political aspects surrounding the county. For now, though, let us turn our attention to the health sector of the county. So it is served by several government hospitals such as Nyahururu Hospital, Ngano Hospital, All Kalau J.M. Kariuki Memorial District Hospital, Engineer District Hospital, Mission Hospital, several dispensaries, and a number of private hospitals. County hospitals receive patients from all over the county, and in case of referrals, refer them to Nakuru or Nyeri County Referral Hospital, and then if they need to be referred again, they are then referred to Kenyatta National Hospital, which is in Nairobi. There is this very, very interesting name that pops out here, Bwana Isaac.
Yes.
The J.M. Kariuki Memorial District Hospital. Is it the one and only J.M. Kariuki that we all know?
Yes. J.M. Kariuki is a renowned name in this country. Why? That's a question. Yeah? J.M. Kariuki, I don't think I'll have to get into details about what happened. About what happened to him. Yeah. He said we can't afford to have one billionaire and a billion Kenyans who are sleeping hungry. Immediately he said that. The guy was nowhere to be seen. So I don't think that one we can go into details.
Yeah, but I think he was
because we know what happened that time.
Yes, we do. I think
and we know that
it's still in our minds what the fate that befell J.M. Kariuki. But then I think he was also very, very vocal in fighting for the rights of Kenyans during the reign of the first government. That is the government led by President Jomo Kenyatta.
Yeah, Mzee Jomo. And I think he became a victim of circumstances. Yeah, because at that time, what I can say is that at that time, kutoka ile tulipewa uhuru. Yeah, I can say this in your forum. Yeah, whoever was in power freaked about anyone else threatening their reign. You get? So anyone mwenye alikuwa anaonekana ni threat unapigwa nje. That's where JM aliishia.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's still so much more to cover about Nyandarua County. As you can tell, we have only scratched the surface. And we'll be back after this short break to talk about more about Nyandarua County. Do stay tuned with us. Welcome back to Eye on the Ballot. Thank you so much for staying with us at DAESAK TV. Now, in case you're just joining us, my name is Kelvin Mungai.
And I'm Isaac Mwangi.
Yes, and today we are focusing our attention on Nyandarua County. Now, before we went on break, we had started looking at some of the demographics. We have looked at the health aspect of Nyandarua County and the population and its square kilometer age. Now, let us turn our attention to the education sector of the county.
Yes, and I think Nyandarua County, besides producing potatoes and all that, they are well endowed. They are well endowed with the education sector because they have some very good schools. Yeah, we are talking of Karima Girls, Shamata, Nyandarua High, and all that. But the problem with Nyandarua, and I can ask the incoming governor or whoever will take the reign to focus more on tertiary institutions, because I've said in this podium, in your podium, I've said education, it's everything.
Yes,
as they say. if you say that education is expensive, try ignorance.
It is way more expensive.
Yeah, it's much more. It will cost you more going forward. So I think they only have one technical institution, which is in Nyandarua constituency. I think as a county, the governor who will come in, whether the incumbent Francis Kimemia will defend his seat, or another governor will come in, I think they need to focus more on education sector, because I think with the statistics that I have, Nyandarua is not doing very well. It's not doing very well, and I think Mr. Kelvin.
Yes.
I think Mr. Kelvin, why do we prioritize education in a backward way? Yeah.
What do you mean?
We in a backward way. What I mean, Mr. Kelvin, in a backward way, we have to wait for Magoha, Professor Magoha, the CS. You never hear of any governor coming out, calling a press conference and saying, whatever I have in this county, whatever little money niko nayo, I've done this, I've allocated this for education. Okay, I've never seen. I think we need to reprioritize.
Yeah. Well, and that is something that we are imploring the citizens of Nyandarua County to push their county government to do. That is the establishment of more tertiary institutions within the county. Now, turning our attention to the economy. The main economic activity in Nyandarua is farming. That is both crop cultivation and dairy farming. And I think most of the counties that we have looked at so far have considering dairy farming as one of their main sources of livelihood. But then again, we do understand, because they are in a conducive climate to rear cows and to keep them well fed and comfortable for the production of milk. And I think it's the same thing with Nyandarua County. In the late 1990s, Nyandarua was a leading producer of pyrethrum, as you had said before. However, the Kenya Pyrethrum Board, the parastatal that was given the role of purchasing, processing, and marketing the crop, collapsed because of poor management and corruption, severely undermining the livelihoods of many Kenyans. This is also another thing that we are tasking the incoming county government of Nyandarua County to, revive, because it is another source of livelihood for the citizens of the county. Yes.
Yeah, and if I can chip in, Mr. Kelvin.
Yeah, please do.
I've had an opportunity to be in Nyandarua, to visit Nyandarua, and I passed by. I passed by that factory, that pyrethrum factory, and it's a nice one. You just feel bad. You just feel bad. I mean, this is a factory. Just went down. Yeah. It was sorting out. Mr. Kelvin. 450, if I'm not wrong, households. Yeah. Dealing with pyrethrum. When you pass by that factory, you just can't help but feel sorry for all those families that are now helpless. Yeah, are now helpless because of one thing:
the collapse of
mismanagement and, and collapse of the factory. I think Sicily. Let me talk about Sicily.
Yeah, Honorable Sicily. Just briefly, because we will get to talk about her when we are looking at the politics of Nyandarua.
Yes. I think Sicily knows about that. I know Sicily very well. Her husband comes close from that factory. If she gets the opportunity to lead Nyandarua, I think the first priority yake ni kuamsha hiyo kiwanda. I've told you close to 500 families depend on that factory.
That is quite a significant number of people.
That's very significant. It's like, I don't know. Yes.
Well, we will get to talk about Sicily, as I said, because there is the political aspect of Nyandarua County that we will be looking into, and we'll get into that a little later on. For now, though, let us continue looking at the economy of the county.
Now, you know about Nyandarua. What I know about Nyandarua is ni watu wanajua kujituma. Why? Because I've been in Nyandarua several times. But kuna challenges. They have their challenges. I think we spoke about extension officers. Yeah. When we were growing up.
Yes.
When we were growing up.
And it's one of the things that we want the government to reinstate.
Yes. When we were growing up, we had extension officers and everyone involved in agriculture. Now, I think it's time. Mr. Kelvin.
Yes.
Besides having a very good harvest of potato, unaona sasa pyrethrum ilikwama. I think it's time because of the weather in Nyandarua, because I've been there. Why can't they diversify? Yeah? At least mangoes, cassava, millet, pumpkins, also such something. Yeah.
Because they do have the climate to support that kind of crops. Yes?
The climate is okay.
And the soil is fertile enough.
Yeah, the soil is fertile and everything. I think it's time for them to maximize on mangoes, millet, cassava, pumpkins. Okay, diversification ya ukulima.
All right.
Well, unaonaje?
Yeah, it is true. It is true. I do support that because I think from the little, I think it was geography that I did in high school and primary, there was this aspect of crop rotation that also gives the soil time to build up its nutrients.
Fertility.
Yes, to revive its fertility, and it's something that should be implemented other than just having one crop built in a certain place over a certain period of time. The crop rotation would help also to keep the soil in that tract of land fertile. Now, Nyandarua County is also well known as a giant in potato farming. However, there has been a number of challenges that are associated with the farming, such as the fluctuation of the market prices, poor roads, and crop diseases. However, now Aberdare Forest, which covers a large area of the country, attracts local and international tourists who make a positive income into the local society. It appears time is ripe for the people of Nyandarua to diversify, as you were saying, to other crops. And some of these crops that we have mentioned, just to mention some that you did not mention, would be millet and cassava, as well as the ones you had mentioned, such as pumpkin and mangoes. Now, the one thing I find particularly interesting is there was quite a commotion recently, with the time that KFC had run out of potatoes, and they claimed that they had to import potatoes because of their standard of quality.
Yeah, from Egypt.
Yes, the quality of standard of potatoes that they use in their franchise. And there was an uproar because at the time, I think, there were so many potatoes in Nyandarua County, and the prices of that product, as we know, throughout history, has never been stable. It is always fluctuating, and there was a clip I was seeing on social media just recently about these farmers, tasking their leaders and even rising up against the police who had been sent to calm them down because of the prices of these potatoes. They're claiming that the potatoes are going bad in their granaries and in their storages because of the price the way it is out here.
You see, Mr. Kelvin, that's where we go wrong. And I will always criticize the government whether it's fair or unfair. I mean,
no, you do have the right to criticize the government in whatever aspect.
I mean, that's where the government comes in. KFC is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yes.
It's an American farm, if I'm not wrong. Yeah?
Yes.
when you have a president in this country, the first thing he's supposed to do is to protect the residents of this country
and their interests,
and their interest. Yeah. When you know that there are farmers who are farming wa nini of viazi, yeah. How do you accept a company? How do you accept a company dictating whatever they want to do, and you have the final say?
Yes, but I think
KFC, I think they were wrong. I mean, they were off the mark.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who stood by that that determination that KFC indeed were wrong, because they were importing potatoes to feed to Kenyans.
Yeah, they were
while
very,
the potatoes
very wrong
in Kenya are going bad. Now, my point though that I will want to reiterate is this: every company has its own standards. And I think the government did fail when it licensed KFC without necessarily looking into the standards of the potatoes that they use, because this is something that could have been avoided long ago. Immediately KFC entered into the Kenyan market, the government should have taken it as a priority to find out the standards that they hold their potatoes to, the standards that they gauge their potatoes to, and then the government would then find ways to educate farmers such as the ones in Nyandarua County on how to grow these crops to those standards, to live up to those standards, because then they would one, promote business within the country, which is good because it creates employment, and two, they would promote the purchasing of this product from the farmers, which again is another benefit to the county. So it really was a win-win situation. But then again, I do not understand why our government has to wait until something such as what happened happens before they take action.
So sisi, I get you, Mr. Kelvin. So sisi tumekuwa tukikula waru tu. Mpaka KFC wa import kutoka Egypt. So sisi tumekuwa tu tukikula tu waru tu.
Well,
no,
there is a market for the product locally. I mean, the kuna chips that are sold in these other outlets, not necessarily from KFC, and I believe those ones are sourced for locally. And we also know that potatoes are a staple in most households, especially within the central province, the former central province. Potatoes are a staple food.
Okay, Mr. Kevin, Mr. Kevin, I know this production. We are involved. We are many, Sendel.
Yes.
And I know some of the ladies, who are involved in this production, like chips.
Yes.
Yeah, wanapenda chips.
Also some of the gents.
Sasa kwani wamekuwa wakikula chips tu? Wamekuwa wakikula waru tu. Anyway, that's okay.
Yes. Now, turning to a bit of politics surrounding Nyandarua County, it's shaping up to be quite a battle royale for the positions of leadership within the county, from the governorship position, which is what we will be focusing majorly on today, because the time that we have does not allow us to go into all the positions. But then again, as time progresses, we will again look at all the positions that are being available for leadership within the county and the people who are standing up to fit into those positions. Now, analysts say the battle could narrow down to the incumbent governor, that is Francis Kimemia, and former cabinet secretary for water, Cecily Kariuki, though there are other aspirants eyeing the seat too. This is what we keep on saying here on Eye on the Ballot and also on Hotspot in the Morning Dew, that despite there being seemingly two horses in the race, there are more horses that are there, but main attention is drawn towards these two, and the two horses that have the attention of governorship seat for Nyandarua County are the two, Francis Kimemia and former CS for water, that is Cecily Kariuki. Now, Governor Kimemia is a career civil servant and an administrator who rose from his position as a district officer, that is the DO, under the old constitution, rising to be secretary to the cabinet in former President Mwai Kibaki's administration. He is also the second governor of the county after he ousted Daniel Waithaka in the 2017 elections. Now, do just a brief overview, would you happen to know some of the achievements that the governor has been able to fulfill for Nyandarua County in the one term that he has been in power up to now?
Thank you, Mr. Kelvin. What I know about Honorable Francis Kimemia is that it's not a pushover. Because this is a guy who has worked at State House. When you work at State House, my friend, you're good to go. You got the resources, you got the influence, you got the linkages, you got everything. What I know he's been doing about Nyandarua is about linking them with water. I think he's concentrated more with water, making homesteads get water, and health sector. I think he's done that. But as I've told you in this podium, Kenyans, I'm sorry, we just don't know how to vote. Yeah, it's either stomach or the head.
But we have also reiterated the fact that we are seemingly moving away from emotive politics
with time,
and especially with the generations that are coming up now, with our generation, I believe, being the first one to move away from emotive politics to looking even beyond the party that a person is standing to and observing the candidate as an individual and what they stand for, not just in terms of their manifesto but also in terms of their character. I mean, for those who are really close to us, such as the MCAs.
Yeah, with time. With time. But we are not talking about
of course, we're not talking about the current the coming elections.
Yeah, with time. With time we'll get there. What I said about Honorable Kimemia is that he knows one or two things about how to maneuver in this murky world of politics. So I think Sicily has a chance as well, because they are going to the ballot, but I think she has the fight cut out. She has the fight cut out. The only question is, Kimemia is fighting for Jubilee, for Jubilee ticket,
under the Jubilee ticket,
and then Sicily.
Is she also
for Jubilee?
In the same party?
That's a problem.
Yeah, indeed, that is going to be a battle between Goliaths.
That's the problem. And in fact, I told you one thing. We started with Homa Bay. I told you about Homa Bay. They had to be consensus. Yeah.
That was, I believe, in the Morning Dew, the hotspot segment.
Yes, they had to go for consensus. This one, Kimemia, he has to go for Kimemia and whatever. They have to go for consensus. Ile Pangani. The political deals that will be struck there. There are many.
We do have to take a short break, Bona Isaac. And to you, our viewers, when we come back, we'll be telling you how you can make up to 250,000 shillings from 99 shillings only. That is a deal with Lotto. Do stay tuned to find out the details of that coming after this short commercial break. Eye on the Ballot. Thank you so much for staying with us at DAESAK TV. Now, my name is Kelvin Mongai.
And I'm Isaac Mwangi.
Yes, and we are looking at Nyandarua County today. And in the past a few minutes that we have been here, we have already looked at the demographics and a bit of politics. That was just before we went on break. And we do want to continue with the politics of it. But now, however, I want to live up to my promise and tell you how you can make up to 250,000 shillings from only 99 bob, and that is if you play Lotto, the Masika, hii Pasaka, Easter na Lotto. You can play with 99 shillings to win 3 million plus a guaranteed 250,000 shillings in each draw. Now, how do you do this? You simply get your phone, send 99 shillings to 777-000. That is through Paybill, and the account name is DTV, and you could join the ranks of Lazaro Mwachopi, who won 250,000 shillings this morning at 10 a.m. That is the draw that happened at 10 a.m. So they always have 4 draws every day. There is the 10 a.m. draw, there is the 2 p.m. draw, there is the 6 p.m. draw, and then there is the 10 p.m. draw. So at each one of these times, you stand a chance to win incredible cash prizes. So get your phone out and play. It is less than 3 hours to the next draw. Now, turning our attention back to the politics of Nyandarua County. Before we went on break, we were looking at Honorable Kimemia. Now let us look at his counterpart, although they are in the same party, the same alliance, that is Azimio. And I believe they're both in the Jubilee Party. That is Honorable Kimemia and Honorable Cecily Kariuki. So yes. What is it that you know about Honorable Cecily? That is the former CS for water.
Yes. Mr. Kevin, thank you very much. I know 1 or 2 things about the former CS. And I know she's not a pushover. Yeah. She's gonna give Governor Kimemia a run for his money. Yeah. Because she's been in public and private sector for almost 30 years, 30 years plus. Yeah. So I think Governor Kimemia, it's time that he knows that he has a battle. He has a battle right in his in his door. I mean, Cecily is someone who did very well when she was a CS for health. You remember? You remember when it might not sound very good. It might not sound very good at alifanya kazi mzuri akiwa waziri wa afya. Yeah. Because there was acrimony and all that. Yeah. She was unable to handle a lot of things in that ministry before she was reshuffled to go to water, the ministry, water ministry. But that time, yeah, Mr. Kelvin, that time, she used that time when she was a CS for health to do a lot of health clinics in Nyandarua. And I think it would go a long way in her campaigns. Yeah, in her campaigns it will go a long way. The problem is she's facing a seasoned administrator in the name of Francis Kimemia.
So they both have a very positive track record, yes?
Oh yeah, both of them, and I think also the speaker. Though we'll talk about.
We'll get into that in a minute.
We'll get into that. I think the way you introduced it, that it will be battle royale, yeah, in Nyandarua. I think it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big because here, if we can say the what can attract, yeah, what can attract vision from even outside that county is Kimemia, the governor, the incumbent, and Cecily, the former CS. But we'll get into the rest.
Yes,
because we have speaker, we have Dr. Badilisha.
Indeed, we'll be looking into that. Now, just one question. You've talked about Honorable Cecily Kariuki's track record when she was in charge of health.
Yeah.
But how has her performance been and when she was leading the water docket?
I've always said, Mr. Kelvin, that it's unfortunate that in this country the issues, we don't vote according to issues, yeah, or policies or something, some development-minded leaders. You know, we always vote those who know how to shout, those who know how to give the best propaganda.
Propagandists, as you like to call them.
Propagandists. Those who have narratives. Those who lie. And those who... Okay, I've said the political scenario in this country is a theater of the absurd. So, I'm sorry about Nyandarua. Sicily might have done this or that. The current governor might have done this or that. But I'm sorry. Whoever, there's a reggae song that says, whoever loves the last loves the most, something like
loves
that.
loudest.
Yeah, you know, Kenyans, we have that problem. So if Mr. Kimemia has done good, I wish him well. Sicily, the former CS, I think she has a battle. Because it's not only Mr. Kimemia, the current governor. We have Dr. Badilisha, we have Speaker of the County Assembly of Nyandarua, who is quite popular. I can tell you that, who is quite popular. So we are here to see.
Yes, but like you have said, Honorable Cecily Kariuki is no pushover, so she will indeed battle it out with the other contestants. And all the best to them, and may the best man or woman win. Now, considering the fact that both Governor Kimemia and Honorable Cecily Kariuki are in the Jubilee Party, that is within the Azimio La Umoja movement, do you think there will be defection from either one of them after the party primaries once the other one is granted the ticket?
Mr. Kelvin, thank you for that question. I don't know why you keep on getting me into a tricky situation with your asking. But on this one, I don't see Sicily going to the ballot. Calls will come from somewhere. In fact, let's talk it openly. Calls will come from the house on the hill. Yeah, because Governor Kimemia is part of the system.
He is popular.
He's part of the system. How popular he is, I don't know. But I think finally, Mr. Kimemia, Governor Kimemia, will be the guy who will go with the Azimio ticket.
And do you think then that Honorable Cecily will hold his hand and work with him even though she does not get the position, or will she shift to a different party where she will try to get a nomination for running for the position?
Cecily is part of the system. I don't see her shifting to another party. As long as she gets that call, she'll just say it's okay. I live to fight another day. Yeah. She's part of the system. Hawezi enda chama nyingine. That one I can assure you.
Yeah. Well, all right. Again, you have made quite some interesting predictions, and they have come to be true, either on Hotspot or Eye on the Ballot. And this is one that I am really looking forward to seeing if indeed it will come to pass. And we'll be here. If it does pass, we will be here to, I don't know, what do you want if it comes true? Well, let us take a look at Dr. Badilisha, the other horse in the race for the gubernatorial seat of Nyandarua County. This is another person who will give these two a run for their money. So, because according to Dr. Badilisha, who vied for the seat in 2017 and lost, Miss Kariuki is a latecomer into the political space who does not know, who is not aware of the issues affecting Nyandarua County. Those are Dr. Badilisha, who is, well, did he say those words?
Yeah, but Mr. Kevin, what I can tell you about Dr. Badilisha, he's tried, he's hard in politics in Nyandarua for some time, though hajachaguliwa for some time. Yeah, he's drawing his luck, anataka kujaribu tena this time, we'll see whether he will whether we'll get the position. I mean, he's a don. Yeah, he's a don. He's produced good students and all that from the university. He's a don. He's a daktari, but ni kama siasa ya Nyandarua imemkata, because he's tried his hand for some time.
Yes, such as the 2017 one, that he was not able to clench the reins of power during that election.
Yes, and he came a distant second person. So yeah.
All right.
I think we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but I think he also knows that Sicily akiwa, Governor Kimemia akiwa, there's still some fight.
Yes, there is a challenge, but I don't think, again, we can, as of now, dismiss any one candidate from whatever position they're running for. Because, as you have said, time and again, on especially on a hotspot, that there are no permanent enemies or friends within the political realm, especially of our country. And one day in politics is equivalent, can make an impact of about a year. So again, we cannot dismiss him despite having lost in 2017. He could prove to be a worthy candidate this time round.
You see, Mr. Kelvin,
Yes.
Because I'm a good Arsenal follower. Yeah, I like football. In football, there's something we call the best loser. Have you ever heard of something like that? The best loser.
Well,
how can you lose and you're the best as well?
I, for one, I am an ardent motorsports fan, so I do not know what it means.
You don't have something like best loser?
No, not the best loser, no.
Anyway, some of our politicians are best losers. They are best losers.
What does it mean when someone is a best loser?
You came too close. You came too close to whatever you were vying for.
But still fell short.
Kura ikutosha.
Yeah. Oh, well. Okay.
You came too close. You are best loser. Yeah.
Well, let us look at the final candidate who we'll be looking at today, and that is the Speaker of the Nyandarua County Assembly,
yes,
who has also expressed interest in the seat. His name is Nyandarua Wahome, who has remained upbeat that he'll clinch the seat. Now, he's very, very optimistic about that fact. Wahome has served as the president of County Assembly's Forum, says he understands issues pertaining devolution well, having worked as the speaker. Now, DAESAK, my question is this. Do you think that these people, such as Honorable Nyandarua Wahome, his position puts him in a better capacity, gives him a better capacity to serve the people of Nyandarua, as opposed to someone such as Dr. Badilisha?
Yeah, I think so, Mr. Kelvin. I think so because first, Nyandarua Wahome is a lawyer. He served as the speaker for the last 4 or 5 years in that assembly. He understands issues to do with devolution. The advantage with being a speaker, you understand both sides, the majority and the minority. So you're the center guy. You understand issues better than anyone else. So I think, for me, Nyandarua Wahome is in a good position, being a lawyer by profession. Being a lawyer by profession, having served as a speaker, I think he's in a good position. The only problem with him is there was a time that there were good controversy. He couldn't see eye to eye with Governor Kimemia. Though it was finally it was sorted out, but it's still in court. Controversy yake na Governor Kimemia sijui ilikuwa too much that at some stage it derailed service delivery in that county assembly. But overall the speaker is in a good position, is capable of sizing it up with the Sicily na Kimemia na Dr. Badilisha, and then we'll see.
Yes, it is setting up to be quite an interesting race to the ballot, this position for gubernatorial seat within Nyandarua County, because all the people that we have looked at are people who are, I want to say, prominent, or they have a prominent personality, in that they are all capable and they do have the qualities that will be required by leaders of a county such as Nyandarua, and I believe they are all capable in solving the issues that face the people of Nyandarua County. But of course, the final decision rests in your hand, our dear Nyandarua County residents, as to who will be your gubernatorial leader for your county and whether or not they will be able to solve the problems and the issues that are facing you. That is a choice that you will have to make on August 9th, come the general elections. Now, those are the people that we will be looking at today. Bona Isaac.
Yes.
When we get back from the break, I think I would want us to look at some of the challenges, other than the ones that we have highlighted so far. Because so far we have talked about the addition of tertiary institutions within Nyandarua County. We have talked about the pyrethrum industry, that is the revival of pyrethrum farming and processing within Nyandarua County. We have talked about the potato farming crisis that is within the county, and the fact that a lot of these residents, in fact Nyandarua is known as a potato producing county within our country. So other than those three, we will also take a look at some of the other challenges that the incoming county government will have to deal with on behalf of the residents of Nyandarua County. Now, that all will be coming up after this very short commercial break. But before we go, do remember that with 99 shillings only, you stand to win 250,000 shillings. That is, if you play with Lotto. Send your 99 shillings to 777-000, account name DTV, and you could be the one to walk away with the 250K during the 6 p.m. draw, which is coming up in less than 3 hours. So get your phones out and play. You never know. It could be your turn. See you after this very, very short commercial break. Segment of today's show, where we are focusing on Nyandarua County. Now, we have already looked at the politics surrounding, at least a bit of the politics surrounding Nyandarua County. That is the people who are running for the gubernatorial seat of the county. We have looked at the demographics, we have looked at some of the things that make up Nyandarua County, and our people, our viewers from Nyandarua, you indeed have a beautiful county, and you should therefore be very, very selective as to who you put into power to rule over that county for the next 5 years, because that person will have a big impact on whether you progress or regress as a county. Now, Bona Isaac, before we bring this show to an end, before we close it, what are some of the challenges facing the people of Nyandarua, other than the ones that we have already highlighted?
I think the what comes to my mind, because I've been to Nyandarua, it's the feeder roads. Yeah, they have a problem with that. Feeder roads, and then you have to give them we've highlighted about reviving that factory.
Yes, the pyrethrum factory,
which caters for a lot of households. But the major challenge that will face the incoming government, the incoming county government, is feeder roads. I think Nyandarua is doing badly when it comes to feeder roads, and that's why you find potatoes watu wanakuza but haziwezi fika kwa soko. You get because of feeder roads. Feeder roads na revival of that
pyrethrum company.
Pyrethrum factory. Yeah, I think for me, I think that should be two of the priorities of the next county government that comes in. Yes.
And do remind me, because we did touch a bit on the uses and the importance of pyrethrum to our economy. That is back when I was in school, which is quite a long time ago. I do not like to remember it because it reminds me that I'm growing old. But the uses of the crop, pyrethrum, what are some of them?
You see, pyrethrum is very good. Is very good because first and foremost, it's used to produce products that deal with the mosquitoes and all that, and then for export.
So the insecticides.
Insecticides, and then for export, it's even better because it earns more. I know, like. People may not know a lot about Afghanistan as a country, but we used to export pyrethrum from this country to Afghanistan. But Afghanistan, with the political instability that has found itself in that country, we no longer do that. So, by and large, it's we use it locally, and we used to
also export
it. And but for now, it has to be revived first before we talk of exporting.
Yes, the processing of the raw product, that is the pyrethrum flour, into an insecticide, is it done within Nyandarua County, or is a bit of the processing done first at the company that we talked about that has been closed, and then it is then shipped to another company in a different county?
It used to be done in that factory. It used to be done in that factory. And that factory, Mr. Kelvin,
yes,
used to employ not less than 40 people. Yeah, because it's a process. Yeah? It is something that I've seen. I've been there, and I've seen it. So it used to employ more than 40 people, 30 to 40 people. So I think it's a priority.
Yes,
for the county government that will come in.
Yes,
it's a priority. It should be a priority.
It should be a priority, indeed. I do agree with you, and especially at a time like now when we are looking to kickstart our economy, because it is no secret that our economy as a country has been ailing. And in fact, if you look at most of the people who are contending for the presidential seat, most of them have the revival of the economy as a point in their manifesto, be it the bottom up, be it the trickle down, or whatever other title they give to it. There is that desire, that need, that urgency to revive our economy. And I think we will task us ourselves, as well as the people of Nyandarua would task the incoming county government of the county to look into the revival of that company, the pyrethrum processing company, as well as the revival of the farming that is done within the county, that is the farming of pyrethrum. So I do believe that we are running out of time, Bona Isaac, and we therefore have to wind up our final comments, give our final comments on this show. Now, before we end, I know I will talk about the importance of water to the health of our citizens, because as you have said time and again, a healthy nation is a happy nation.
Is a happy nation.
Yes. So I will be telling you about the importance of staying hydrated, especially during a time like this, where most parts of the country are experiencing a lot of heat. What will be your final comments to our viewers, that is?
My final comment, Mr. Kevin, thank you very much for that opportunity. My final comment to our dear viewer is that I witnessed a very, very ugly incident where the leader of Azimio,
Honorable Raila Odinga,
yes, was pelted with stones and all that. I don't think as Kenyans we need to get back there. Some of us know what happened in 2007, 2008. And I appreciate this opportunity that you've given us to tell Kenyans that wajichunge kwanza. Be your brother's keeper.
Indeed.
Hivyo ndo naweza ambia Wakenya. Yeah.
And we keep on reiterating here at DAESAK TV that there is no politician who is worth your life or you injuring your body while fighting for them or their agendas. Remember, we are all Kenyans, and you should not fight me just because I belong to a different tribe or come from a different region of the country. Kenya ni yetu sisi wote. So we should embrace it as it is. I see my cameraman laughing because Kiswahili imenichanga kidogo, but it's okay, it is alright. Now, do remember, as we close the show, do remember that it is important for you to stay hydrated throughout the day. And one of the best ways to remain hydrated is to have a refreshing drink of water from Regis Premium Water, such as the one that we have behind us. The bottles themselves are beautiful. They have this amazing shape, and it would not be difficult for you to repurpose them either as in-house flower pots or as a water bottle for you to carry around your water or other drinks in. Now, I do have to remind you also that there is a rescheduling in our time. We do listen to you and the feedback that you give us, and most of you have said that the 2 to 4 p.m. is way too early for them.
Yeah.
And so we will be moving, as from tomorrow, we will be moving our airing time for Eye on the Ballot from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. instead of 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Remember, once again, this change comes about because DAESAK TV listens to our viewers. Thank you so much for keeping us company today. My name is Kelvin Mungai.
And I'm Isaac Mwangi.
And we will see you tomorrow at the same place, but from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Have a lovely evening.
You are watching DAESAK TV, the Cradle of Goodness.